So it is producing. That's now the final. Yeah? From this now to now done. Right. But it's right over there. Yeah? Okay. See on that. Now hold on. weapon will have its own serial number. Exactly. And then also your target. Here they're doing the logo, weapon serial number, model, caliber, made in Kenya. Yeah. Ana, hiyo ni namba gani? 87. This is 88. And this one you cannot remove. Huh? Fantastic. We'll produce it. Pongezi sana. Very happy. When you are now I will be back. Solo. Pongezi sana.
Kidogo anaenda ku nini? Unajua kwa nini? Hiyo kucheck. Nini yangu haiko stable. God.
of the other security agencies who are here, service commanders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, our presence in this compound today and the activity that brings us here is one of the hallmarks of your leadership of our country. In 2013, when you took the oath of office, probably none of us seated in this room, and many people out there, would have ever imagined that by the grace of God, we will live to see a day when Kenya manufactures its own ammunition and Kenya makes its own guns. The fact that we have traveled here is evidence of your vision, your focus, your solid leadership. My colleagues who are here from the security sector will testify that, sir, your personal insistence on giving Kenya capacity that will take us to a new level is historic and unparalleled. In our country, I have come to learn from my short tour of duty, if corona or HIV/AIDS doesn't kill us, the disease that will kill us faster is called middlemanism. There's a middleman everywhere, and the middleman exists at the expense of the public good. My colleagues in the security sector know that we, probably more than anyone else, have suffered over the years because of those diseases of middlemen. People, briefcase carriers who move around, sometimes even in Arambe House looking for tenders to supply guns, tenders to supply equipment. And when that equipment gets here, it's probably twice or thrice the actual cost, of course, to the loss of the Kenyan taxpayers. Finally, sir, when you sent the Inspector General and I to a particular destination recently, we came face to face with this reality, where we sat down one evening at the hotel with the Inspector General and we were working out the math of the equipment we had been shown by some of the manufacturers, and we actually concluded that the budget we spent, or the budget that was spent earlier to buy some of that equipment, would have bought twice the number that we finally ended up with. Because that middlemanism has got a long line of rent seekers and briefcase carriers and all these quangles who interfere with our country. On behalf of my colleagues, sir, I want to thank you very sincerely for your leadership, because it takes that to get us here. I want to thank our leaders in the security sector, particularly the CDF and the service commanders, the Director General of the National Intelligence Service. People don't know that these are probably some of the finest people that this country has, who love their country and they spend their time working on these things that make a big difference. We look forward to a great future. But sir, before I invite you to speak to us, I cannot help but make this point and this observation. Going around the exhibition we have seen here, it's so exciting to see these young people, all of them young people, trained in Kenya, who have gone to Kenyan institutions. And all these people needed all along is courageous and visionary leadership to give them an opportunity to use the talent they have and the education they have acquired to serve their country. With each wrong decision we make as public leaders, and with every moment we succumb to middlemanism and the cartels, we deny these young people an opportunity to do what we have seen them do. Like many of my colleagues here today, like the heads of our agencies, our wonderful people, the generals who are here and the leaders of our security sector, Your Excellency, I'm excited about this, and I thank God that I am a Kenyan today under your leadership. We are going far. This will give us capacity to take us to a new level. And I think for the life of all of us, we will say goodbye to those people who stress us, loitering around, trying to sell us guns. and the time we save by acquiring them here and organizing ourselves and protecting our country. Finally, sir, you have redefined our country with such bold decisions and bold actions. You have transformed our country and redefined it. What is left for all of us now, my colleagues and I, is to walk the path that you have drawn for us with commitment and patriotism, love for our country, and dedication to serve this our only home on earth. Your Excellency, in this wonderful occasion when we are doing this landmark activity, it's my very sincere pleasure to now kindly invite you, as I ask my colleagues to be upstanding, to invite the Commander-in-Chief of our Kenya Defense Forces and His Excellency, our President, to speak to us. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much, Fred. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Colleagues from the security sector here present, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Kenyans, and members of the Fourth Estate, permit me once again, as I did last week, to thank our media houses first, as well as members of the press, for facilitating the broadcast of this commissioning of the small arms manufacturing factory as part of our national security industries network. For today, as Fred has just said, we take a giant leap forward in our quest to enhance our security capabilities. The winds of change continue to blow in our security sector, ushering in positive transformation that will enable us to make Kenya better, safer, and more capable of meeting the security challenges of our times. The reforms that we have instituted in the security sector since 2013 have without doubt retooled our security organs, increased the number of personnel, introduced cutting-edge technology and practices, created a multi-agency operations model, and situated the community as an important support actor to our national development agenda. Today, we add yet another arrow to our national security quiver. The project that we are commissioning breaks the mold by setting the stage for the progressive domestic manufacture of the security equipment used by our nation. Not only will this support our national security requirements, but it will also aid in national economic and technological advancement by creating local industrial capacity that can be scaled up to various other uses. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a game changer. Since our independence, Kenya has largely relied on imports for our firearms requirements, with only the Kenya Ordnance Factory providing a minimal domestic capacity. COVID-19 and the resulting supply shocks have without doubt taught us that international supply chains are fragile and indeed very vulnerable to disruption. And as with pharmaceuticals, personal protective equipment, medical equipment generally, Kenya has identified a compelling urgency to create domestic production, and this also applies to our security sector in order to free our country from the vagaries of international supply chain systems. So this groundbreaking initiative will allow us to lay the foundation for addressing, first and foremost, the high cost of weapons acquisition, free us from the complex foreign export approval processes currently in place, provide Kenya with greater security sector independence and flexibility, and allow Kenya to design and produce high-quality weapons customized to our unique needs and operating environments. By venturing into arms production, Kenya seeks to enhance self-reliance, domestic innovation, and the strengthening of local manufacturing capabilities, while at the same time, which I am most happy about, offering decent jobs for our youths. This is in tandem with the manufacturing pillar of our Big Four agenda, as well as our own Kenya Vision 2030. In the medium and long term, we plan to create a weapons manufacturing surplus that will transform Kenya into an exporter of security equipment to nations in the region and the rest of the world. This will not only boost our balance of trade position, but it will also create employment for thousands of Kenyans, in addition to creating a skills and technology environment that will drive transformation also in civilian industries. Ladies and gentlemen, with this innovative initiative, Kenya stands to reap economic benefits through the creation of backward linkages that will spur development, advance human capital, drive economic expansion, and fuel the modernization of Kenya's iron and steel manufacturing, machine tooling, production of precision optical and sensor equipment, and other related processes that are derived from weapons manufacture. The journey we begin today will not be an easy one. It will continue to require commitment, desire, and undoubtedly fidelity to our national security imperatives and the prioritization of incremental progress and perfection of products and processes. It also requires investment of significant sums of money, human resource, training, and buildings and equipment for these kind of projects to succeed. To the company, I tell you that we must continue to invest in research and development skills and technology transfer, secure international subcontracting, production under license, multinational co-development and co-production, and the use of intellectual property rights to secure designs and processes. These engagements aim to, one, share the risk and costs of design, manufacturing, and sale of weapons. Secondly, to allow Kenya to access innovative foreign-based technologies and know-how. Thirdly, to foster synergies as well as economies of scale. Fourthly, to provide market access in the very competitive arena of international arms sales. And fifth, create and protect local jobs in the area. Today we note with satisfaction that this factory that we have officially opened today has currently manufactured about 12,000 assault rifles based on a single shift, with 60% of the components being locally manufactured. I am also pleased to note the diligence of our security organs, for they have delivered this project well under budget. When we first conceived this project and we went out to seek people out there who could help us develop it, we were given quotes of up to 15 billion shillings. But by using our own local expertise, our own Kenyan citizens, we have been able to complete this project at a cost of Kenya shillings 4 billion, saving us a combined total of approximately 11 billion shillings. Hongera sana kwenu. Asanteni sana. Pongezi. At current production and demand levels, The factory is already self-sustaining. And over the next year, we intend to diversify our production lines to include 9mm pistols and 7.62 assault rifles. Within the next 5 years, we aim to have the capacity to supply all of Kenya's security agencies with their small arms requirements, with the capacity to expand into medium and heavy weapons production. I am confident that we will achieve our plan as long as we ensure proper investment in equipment, human capital development, and manufacturing capabilities. It has been done elsewhere successfully, and therefore with commitment that you have shown and an unwavering focus on the end goals, I also believe we too shall succeed. I urge the company to develop and implement a corporate social responsibility plan in which it positions itself as a steward for lawful and responsible use of firearms across the region and the continent. Beyond the manufacture of weapons, the company should help us reinforce Kenya's diplomatic standing and our place of pride in the community of nations. I look forward in the coming year to also launch the new line in Eldoret at our munitions plant that will be able to support the work that is also ongoing here. And to indeed say how proud I am to see all you wonderful young people and the great job that you're doing here. And to give you my personal assurance that as we have supported you from the beginning, we shall continue to do so. This is what we are looking for. This is what we are aiming to be a nation of highly skilled, highly trained young men and women with a government and a nation that is capable of producing the kind of jobs that can give you the kind of returns that will, at the end of the day, justify the education that you have undergone. And on this, you can continue to count on my continued support. So to all of you who have been involved, we know there are many other projects and programs that we are looking into that over the course of this year and next, we shall be launching one at a time. But let me say, today is a day of great pride and honor for me. I thank you all for your efforts, and it is now my distinct honor and high privilege as the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Kenya to declare the Small Arms Factory, which is part of our National Security Industrial Network, officially commissioned and open for business. I wish you God's blessings as we continue to pray for God's mercy for our country. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. Hongera sana. Well done. Keep it up and shame the devil.